one of our brethren who never has a hard time letting us know how he feels. Joe Shasky from the Morning Roast. Live from what hole on what course?
Sixth hole in Tahoe. I think this is the Tahoe Muni course.
Oh.
And I'm having a great time. It's beautiful in the mountains, but it's kind of cold. I'm not going to lie. It was way colder than I anticipated for a late September, early October weekend. But I'm having a good time. And then I was shocked at the news. Like, honestly, legitimately shocked at this news, Mark.
Were you?
I was. Because this is the way I view things. Look, I don't think Gabe Kapler is the greatest manager who ever lived. Like, I'm not here to pretend like I agree with his baseball principles or philosophies, which brings me back to Farhan, because his baseball principles and philosophies are exactly what Gabe's were. That's why he was hired. They think in lockstep. Every Giants fan would agree the majority of pitching decisions, lineups, substitutions are dictated from above. And a part of me actually feels bad for Gabe Kapler because he's being ran over by an 18-wheeler as the reason why this team is so bad. Like, let me just ask you this, guys. How can a team with Wilmer Flores as the best player be expected to win more than 80 games? How can a team that had J.D. Davis have a career year, and I don't think highly of J.D. Davis, or Lamont Wade Jr., or any of the guys who actually did have good years, Tyro Estrada, none of those guys would be starters on any other team that's trying to win a division. So I actually think he made the most out of the least, which brings me back to the GM who's assembling this roster. I mean, you gave the guy tuna helper and expected a filet mignon meal. Come on.
I love it. Tuna helper helps the tuna helper you make a great meal, as you fully remember. Are you shocked by the fact that it wasn't both of them, or by the timing of it, Joe? Because I was telling Mark, I think they did him dirty by doing it before the year's even over.
No, Dan, I'm with you. Like, what's 2 more days? Like, really? You're going to cast this worldwide search in 2 extra days or 3 extra days is going to make some big difference? Look, there's a lot of things wrong with the Giants right now. Gabe Kapler is one of the many things that might be wrong, but this doesn't solve anything. Like, oh, I need a root canal. Let's brush our teeth today. Like, that's what this was. Like, no, you still need the root canal. You still need to remove those dirty molars that are in the back of your teeth. Like, look at this team right now, guys. What did a real expectation look like? 82 wins? So they're a game off? Like honestly, like, what did we really, truly expect? You're going up against Corbin freaking Carroll, who looks like a superstar. You're going up against Mookie Betts. You're going up against all these, and you're rolling out and I love Wilmer, but he's like the 7th best Brave if he's a Brave. And he's your top dog, and he has no position.
Joe Shasky, Morning Roast, with us here. Willard and Dibs. Gabe Kapler's out. Butch, also heard that you got a name, huh? You got a name of someone who you might want to be the next guy?
I don't want Bo Mel. I just don't. And it's nothing against Bo Mel. Like, been there, done that. I want to think outside the box. Think local, okay? Will Venable grew up in San Rafael. He's Bochy's bench coach right now. He was a 10-year player as a role player in the Bigs, okay? Princeton educated, understands baseball inside and out, been learning at the feet of Bruce Bochy. Now, maybe he needs another year or 2 of seasoning. He's the kind of guy I would interview. Right there. That's the kind. Outside the box. Stop it with the retreads. Bochy was a retread, and it worked. I freely admit that. They need something fresh. I just interview him. Let's just start there. Let's go in a different direction.
That's a fantastic name. I covered him when he was a high school basketball player at San Rafael. Of course, we all remember his dad, Max Venable, former Giant, so he is cut from the orange and black cloth. What about the name Stephen Vogt, Butch? Is that the kind of guy? And I was telling Mark, they need somebody who's still kind of a player's manager, but somebody who's not afraid to get their foot and put it up somebody's hindquarters.
Look, I like the Stephen Vogt. Actually, that's a really nice suggestion. But here's where I come back, though, Dibs. Does it even matter if the front office is dictating the lineups and the front office is telling you got to go with the opener and he gives you 1.5 starters and says, good luck? Like hey, got to take Preppy out after 16 pitches. Like, if everything's coming from up top, does it even matter who's in the dugout? You might as well put the iPad in the dugout.
Well,
like, I mean that sincerely.
No,
AI?
Joe, I agree with you completely. That's why anybody who's partying today, first of all, feel free. I don't ever want to get in the way of a party. But to me, nothing happened today. Like, the Giants were in the middle of a PR disaster, so they had to make a move and do something. They did. That's great. Turn the TV on tonight. You're going to see the same lineup.
Exactly.
It's still boring.
Exactly.
It's still ineffective. I will save my party for when Cody Bellinger signs or Mike Trout is acquired or something like that?
Well, I'm so glad you said that, because this, to me, the biggest failure of this season, it's not how they employed the pitching staff, because the pitching staff wasn't any good. The top 8 guys out of 9 are guys that no one would want as their top 8 or 9 guys in terms of who got paid this year. That is a front office roster construction issue. They were non-committal on every young player outside of Bailey. They needed to say, we are either in development mode or we're in win-now mode. And you really did neither. Like, great example, they're eliminated from the playoffs. I like Yaz. We know what he is. He's a 4th outfielder. He's a better Nate. I'm not knocking him. Let's see what Ramos has. He had 50 at-bats. Can I see a couple of games of Ramos and Schmidt? I mean, Wilmer can't play third base. For dear God, we're watching him. He had 2 errors on back-to-back plays. He's had a great year at the plate. He cannot be your third baseman. You think Kapler looked at these guys and was like, yep, Wilmer gives us our best chance at third base. He's smarter than that. And that's where I don't think he's the greatest. I really don't. But you tell me, Joe Torre in his prime, Dave Roberts was like a .630 winning percentage. Are they really making this team win 95 games? Come on.
88 would have gotten you in the playoffs. I got another name for you, Butch. Luke Donald. You see what he's doing with the Euros and the Ryder Cup?
Look at this. When Justin Thomas, after one of the most putrid seasons ever, makes the Ryder Cup team, I'm so out on USA Golf. Don't even start me. I'm so out.
And they won't even play Brooks Koepka in the morning. Butch, what are we doing? Zach Johnson?
I hate ZJ. Another one. I don't even like golf. Shut up. Get out.
Joe, are you at Lake Tahoe Golf Course?
Yeah, I'm on the 6th hole. I'm about to hit a par 3 here.
Yeah, the par 3 over the little creek there, over the little bridge.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I birdied it 3 months ago. Say hi.
Nobody asked.
Well, Mark, if you birdie something and no one else sees it, did you really birdie?
I'll have my son call you. He was there, Shasky.
He's on the payroll.
I don't play alone. Look at you. All right, go.
Guys, this is what they need to do. They need to grow a pair of cojones. Some of the great acquisitions we've been spending too much time on free agency. Grow a pair, figure out who's keeping, who's gone, make a trade. Jeff Kent, was a great trade. Jason Schmidt was a great trade. Hunter Pence was a great trade. Go down the list. You have done great job with fruit. You got to give to get. Figure it out. Go get Luis Robert. Go get a guy like Francisco Lindor, who could be had maybe this year. Maybe it's Pete Alonso. Figure it out. Start and plant the flag somewhere. You need one under team control, middle of the order player, and let's go from there.
But it's nothing more than an 8-iron. You're in altitude, okay?
Well, for us power hitters.
Okay, pitching wedge. Okay, pitching wedge. That's enough out of you. Good luck.
Love you, boys. Have a good one. And honestly, they're so far away. I legitimately feel bad for Kapler. He's not the greatest, but he's not the only problem on this organization.
No, not at all. However, that's all that they could do today. Joe, thanks, buddy. Have fun.
See you, boys.
All right, there goes Butch.